Cleopatra. Her name conjures images of beauty, seduction, and power. A queen whose life was filled with drama, romance, and tragedy. But behind the legends and Hollywood portrayals lies a story far more complex and far more fascinating than most people realize. Today, we peel back the layers of myth and reveal the untold story of Cleopatra, the one that history books won't tell you. Most people know Cleopatra as the last pharaoh of Egypt, a cunning temptress who used her charms to ensnare Julius Caesar and Mark Antony. But the real Cleopatra was much more than a seductress. She was a brilliant strategist, a skilled linguist, and a shrewd politician who spoke at least 9 languages and was the first in her dynasty to learn Egyptian. Born into the Ptolemaic dynasty, a Greek family that ruled Egypt after Alexander the Great, Cleopatra grew up in a world of intrigue, betrayal, and shifting alliances. Her early years were marked by palace coups and family rivalries, forcing her to become a master of survival from a young age. What history books often overlook is Cleopatra's deep connection to her people. Unlike her predecessors who ruled as foreigners, Cleopatra embraced Egyptian culture and religion. She presented herself as the reincarnation of the goddess Isis, participating in traditional ceremonies and commissioning temples in the Egyptian style. This wasn't just political theater, it was a calculated move to win the loyalty of her subjects and legitimize her rule. Cleopatra's reign was marked by economic reforms, ambitious building projects, and efforts to restore Egypt's former glory. She lowered taxes, stabilized the currency, and invested in agriculture, all while navigating the dangerous waters of Roman politics. But Cleopatra's story is also one of resilience in the face of overwhelming odds. When Julius Caesar arrived in Egypt, the country was on the brink of civil war. Cleopatra seized the moment, famously smuggling herself into Caesar's palace rolled up in a carpet. Their alliance was as much about power as it was about passion. With Caesar's support, Cleopatra reclaimed her throne and secured her son's future. After Caesar's assassination, she formed a new alliance with Mark Antony, hoping to protect Egypt from the growing might of Rome. Their relationship, immortalized in art and literature, was a partnership of equals, 2 rulers fighting to shape the destiny of the ancient world. Yet, the real Cleopatra was far more than the tragic lover history has painted her to be. She was a ruler who faced impossible choices and made bold decisions in a world dominated by men and foreign powers. When Rome turned against her, Cleopatra did not simply surrender. She orchestrated a vast naval campaign, personally commanding her fleet at the Battle of Actium. Even as defeat loomed, she negotiated, schemed, and fought to preserve her kingdom's independence. Her final days were not just a tale of romance and suicide, but of political calculation and defiance. Cleopatra's death marked the end of the pharaohs and the beginning of Roman Egypt, but it also ensured her legend would live on for millennia. What history books rarely mention is the legacy Cleopatra left behind. Under her rule, Alexandria remained a beacon of learning and culture, home to the great library and scholars from across the ancient world. Cleopatra herself was a patron of science, philosophy, and the arts. She corresponded with mathematicians, supported medical research, and encouraged the translation of foreign texts. Her court was a melting pot of ideas, where Greek, Egyptian, and Roman influences blended to create something entirely new. Even after her death, Cleopatra's image was used by Roman emperors and later rulers to legitimize their own power, a testament to her enduring influence. Modern science is now helping to uncover more about Cleopatra's world. Archaeologists are searching for her lost tomb, believed to be somewhere near Alexandria, and new discoveries are shedding light on her reign. Coins bearing her image reveal a queen who was proud of her heritage, unafraid to present herself as both Greek and Egyptian. Ancient texts, once dismissed as propaganda, are being re-examined, revealing a woman who was as much a victim of political smear campaigns as she was a master of her own fate. The untold story of Cleopatra is not just about love affairs and royal intrigue. It's about a woman who defied expectations, challenged empires, and shaped the course of history. She was a leader who understood the power of image and myth, but who also worked tirelessly behind the scenes to secure her people's future. Cleopatra's true legacy is not just her tragic end, but her extraordinary life, a life that continues to inspire, challenge, and captivate us to this day.